Hello, my friends. Hello, one and all. I cannot get a lock on Tyler's show. I am hoping that he is done and I'm not walking all over him. That would not be pretty at all. Excuse me. My cloth napkin smells like Polish sausage. Kielbasa. Pam 5, welcome here. Welcome here anytime. T and K, that is TJ from the beautiful Louisiana state. Very good to have you, friend. Hope you're doing well. I haven't talked to you for a while. I think I need to talk to you just to say, hey, you and Kayla are doing well. Very good to have you. Pam 5. Pam 5. I definitely, I don't have any glasses in here, of course, since I need them. I am curious as to which Pam this is. I know several Pams. Najuma Brown is here. That's our beautiful friend from Long Island. Oh, Najuma, you know we love you. We're always glad when you come and spend time with us. Always, always. TJ, Pam 5. Happy Friday. Excellent, excellent, Pam. Pam 5. Very good to have you. Happy Friday to you, love. Najuma lives on Long Island. And I have some people actually. My family lives out kind of in the same area. Long Island is a little bit bigger than some people realize. It has some beautiful scenery too. Oh boy, some beautiful little towns, some beautiful cottages right on the water. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how pretty it is there. Very pretty. It's like Martha's Vineyard, except way, way bigger. Everybody's saying hi to Pam, and that's good. That is good. It's actually S. S like, you know what, Pam? I don't, I am struggling to see this. My glasses, one of my pair of glasses has been, I don't know, stolen it's no longer in my possession. Let's just put it that way. And I just don't see too well um, without them. I can see, there we go, that's better. But I don't want to sound like, remember the Muppet? The Muppet that all talks like this? Yeah, I feel like that guy. It's actually S like sugar. Well, then you're sweet, Pam. You're sweet like sugar. Okay, that's how we're going to remember you. Very good to have you, Pam. Where's everybody from? Let's see. Some T and K travels. I know where you're from. You're from Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge. Louisiana. Very good to have you. Haven't been to Baton Rouge for years. Man, used to be some good eating joints there. Let's go. I'm actually legally blind, so I get it. Okay, Pam, you understand my predicament. I might as well be. Anthony Simone is here. Oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Anthony Simone, he's not to be trusted. I'm just kidding. He's a great guy. Anthony is a New York transplant to Florida. He's from New York and sounds just like it, eh? But he is definitely from Florida now. Although I'm not sure, does he miss the cold? He might miss the cold of New York. Pam S is from New York City. Excellent, excellent. Pam, my family is out on Long Island, on the north side of Long Island, pretty much. We've got one cousin that lives or used to live down by Fire Island. Kenneth Fordman is here. Fordman, aka Kenneth Oakes, is here. He's from the beautiful, beautiful city of Kingsport, Tennessee. If you've never driven into Kingsport, you've really missed a treat. It's a beautiful city to drive into. It's just pretty. Okay, cool. I'm from Queens. Well, there you go, Pam. My people are Port Washington, Manor Haven, Manhasset, all that around that area. Even over to Glen. I've got some family in Glen Cove, and some relatives in Sands Point. It's that is a very nice area. I love that area. I like the boats. I love Port Washington because there's all kinds of boats, yet it's the protection of the port. So it's not like you have to go 1,000 miles out into the sea to get to some pretty cool water. It's great. I love that area. Neighbors, then that's awesome. That's exactly right, Pam. Very good to have you, Tyler. Welcome in, buddy. I hope I didn't stumble all over your show. I was trying to get you on my phone, and I couldn't get your channel to come up on my phone right, and still can't. I have no idea what I'm doing wrong. My guest has made some suggestions that I'm going to work on this next week to try to get a little bit more computer savvy. Tyler, I might be calling you because of nothing helps a 54-year-old man like a 14-year-old man. So we're just going to leave it at that to try to figure out some of these things that I should know, but just don't. Many of you know my guest, and he is legendary in definitely in the cruising world here on YouTube, in the cruise scape or the YouTube scape, if you will. He is a wonderful, wonderful, very philanthropic, albeit funny man. And it's a great guy that can touch your heartstrings and also make you laugh at the same time. It's a wonderful thing. And he's not going to be able to stay the whole hour, but most of it. So don't be too quick to judge. And I want you, when it comes, time, put your questions up, and we're going to try to get him out just a bit early. I don't hang around and chat if you want to hang around and chat. My Boots Adventure, welcome. Hello, my brother Papa Muzzle. I'm here to support My Boots Adventure. You are very good to support, and we always welcome you here. Kamusta Kaibigan. Very, very good to have you. Salamat. But anyway, I'm going to put the link for my friend he's always been a friend to me. Most people are. I don't, if people have bad things to say about me, thank God they don't say them to me to make me cry. I'm real sensitive that way, but I don't know that he's ever said anything negative to me. He's certainly welcome to. He's a friend, so that means in my life, that means my friends have access and they can say what they want to say. And I always welcome that. My Boots Adventure, these are channels, by the way. Anybody that you see in here, try to connect to their channel. It might help them out in ways you don't understand. I really never dreamed I would get this many people this soon. I thought this was something that took years and years and years to get. And now people are saying to me, why don't you have merchandise? Why don't you have all this stuff? It really kind of took me by storm. Here's another friend of mine. These people, I've met them in person, and I suggest you do the same. They live in the South Carolina area, kind of in the northern part of South Carolina. Isn't that the beginning of a song or a joke, maybe? That is none other than Jonathan Short from the Six Traveling Shorts. And he is funny. His family is even funnier. And I promise those boys, they're not on drugs, but you would really have to know them to believe that. because they keep going and going and going like the Energizer Bunny, and they're funny. They're very, very funny, and if not just full of energy. Um, and I guess one is Grayson, one is John. That's John. That's John Jr. And then I lost the third one. Oh man, what's the third one? Jonathan, what is the third one's name? I am so. Oh man, I can't believe I forgot that other boy. Jonathan. Good. How are you? Okay. Jonathan, help me out. I'm forgetting one of your sons. One of his names. I know there was three boys. I think the little one was Grayson, I think. And I think John was the middle one. But I'm trying to remember the oldest one. I don't know. John, let me know. John. Oh, and Jacob. Yes, of course. Well, this guy getting ready to come up, he really doesn't need an introduction, but for those of you that don't know him, or if you are coming to us from the RV community, the RV and nomad community, you are often in a place where you get reception, and they have a program on Wednesday nights. It is nothing short of hilarious. I believe it is 9 Eastern, and if not, he can correct me. I believe it's about 9 to, sometimes between 10 and 11 Eastern time. He and his pal York, they make us laugh, and they keep us just holding our stomach laughing all the time. I want you to join me in welcoming my friend and my guest and your friend, and that is none other than John the Rooster Klakowski. Bagak!
How's everybody doing tonight?
We are fine. I feel bad because I don't have any sound effects. I do have bodily function sounds, but I don't think that would be real appropriate.
Well, that's all right. I got you covered. If I say something wrong, I'll play the right sound effect, or if you do, we'll figure it out.
I am so sorry about the link situation. I'm going to figure whatever you're talking about. I'm going to figure that out and learn how to do that. So it is what it is for right now. I didn't want to try to reinvent my proverbial wheel with an hour or two to go.
No, I don't blame you there. But first of all, let me just say, Papa Mozo, thank you for having me on, and thank you for all the kind words. I heard the introduction. I appreciate that, and I'm just glad that I could find the time, especially as busy as it's been lately, to get on the show. So I appreciate you having me on.
Thanks so much. I know, it is the season, and we think, oh, now that Christmas is over, we can relax. Well, then
you're not kidding.
Spring, and then we start heading into summer, and there is no down season hardly.
Yeah, you're right.
And I want our people to know. Let's see. Well, I'm going to wait till a few more come in because I've got a little something to tell you about John. It's something very interesting. You all will love it. We've got Tyler. I don't know if you know Tyler. He's a young man, but man, that kid's sharp. He and Nico from Tyler. What's his Travel with Nick? I think it's Nick's channel. They are going to buy a cruise line along with Dominic of Happy Cruising. Excuse me. They're going to buy a cruise line. They have already. I'm going to be their. What's that guy? John Held.
Nice.
I'm going to be there, and
you're going to be the brand ambassador.
That's exactly right. And they're going to have the ambassador suite just for me and for mommy, and we're just going to cruise all over the place. I think that's a great way to turn 60 or 70 or something like that and sail around the world, playing 70s music, of course.
Oh, absolutely. That's a requirement.
I plan to leave to lead like a dance class on the Lido, if it doesn't, dissuade too much of the crowd, because I don't want the people get on board and say, oh, nothing.
Listen, if I know you, Mozo, and I think I do on some level, might I suggest that you call this dancing on the Lido with Speedos? How about that? I mean, I'm just spitballing here, but I think that you can pull off a Speedo like no one else. So I think you're onto something here.
My heart was warmed a couple years ago when I saw that fat guy that got all the press. He was on all the news channels, and I thought, wait a second, I've been saying this for 20 years, and I get made fun of, but this guy is all over the news, and I'm thinking, wait, where's the justice in that? He owes me a finder's fee. That's the way I've got it figured out.
Well, I'd be willing to bet that no one has a better collection of scanty bathing suits than you, my friend.
Your bet would be safe, my friend. Your bet would be safe. We've got hashtag Papa No. Yes, indeed. Yes, Travel with Nick. That was the one. Woohoo! Oh, that must be Ronnie. Must be here if it's a woohoo. We've got Shulin de Guzman. Welcome, Shulin de Guzman. Where's everybody from? Some of these names I don't know. I figure they might be followers of the Ship Show. John, tell us, the Ship Show is Wednesdays. Is that 9 to 11? Did I have that right?
It's 9 to whenever on Wednesdays, Eastern time. Yep. Myself and my partner York, who isn't here right now. He's just flew to Florida yesterday. So he's probably 6 or 7 cocktails in, probably getting ready for dinner and more partying this evening.
What is York like on vacation, or have you vacationed much with him? Does he like to go and do everything, or does he like to haul out by the pool?
I can tell you unequivocally that he and Lisa are pool people. They are very content to wake up and sit by the pool from 10 o'clock until dinner time. Whereas myself, I'm ready to go. I need adventure. I want to be doing something. You will never catch me sitting still for more than, I mean, you've seen me on the show. I can't sit still ever. So sitting at the pool is fun, but it's, unless I'm running around filming something, I get pretty antsy pretty quick. So we're a little bit different in that regard, but we can still have fun.
First off, I think I know the answer, but I want to hear you tell us, since you're a big part of the cruising community, your favorite ship, no matter which line.
Okay. My favorite ship, without a doubt, and we're talking strictly the ship itself, not the food or anything else, is Ovation of the Seas.
Ovation of the Seas is Royal Caribbean?
Yep, we took that ship to Alaska back in June of 2019. Okay. The most beautiful, classy ship that I've been on.
Wow. Okay.
Now, the food, which isn't usually the case with Royal Caribbean, was terrible. I don't know what happened. It was just a bad cruise, I suppose. But
on this same cruise?
Yes. The ship itself was, I'm just like nothing I'd ever seen. And I've been on the Oasis class ships, both the Allure and Harmony of the Seas, which are the biggest. Nothing compares to Ovation in my book.
Okay. As far as the ship itself,
the aesthetic, yeah, the layout, the activities. I mean, they have virtual, or not virtual, but they have like skydiving where, you get in a tube and it's blowing you up. And
okay.
It's got this big 300-foot arm with a ball on it that you get in the ball and it takes you up above the ship and circles around. Wow. Bumper cars, you name it. It's got it.
Man, I didn't realize, I've not heard of that one. I've heard of the Allure and the Oasis. I've seen video footage of the Oasis. Shauna Snow, that is another Michigander. Welcome. We've got
Yes.
Blaine. Welcome, Blaine. Very good to have you, friends. We got Pam S.
What's up,
from New
Blaine?
York. Very good friends from New York. Everybody exchanging meetings and greetings. You all know this is John, the Rooster Bagak. Uh, I just asked him what his favorite ship was. He's telling us about the Ovation of the Sea by Royal Caribbean. And you're
And
saying,
if I might interject just real quick, if you're curious about the Ovation of the Seas, little shameless plug, but if you go to my YouTube channel and look up our Alaska vlogs, not only will you see the ship, but you'll see us with Griffin Alyssa, but you'll get to see the skydiving activities, the bumper cars. You'll get to see it all. So yeah, just a little shameless promotion there. I'm sorry.
Ovation of the Seas.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but you
Oh,
know
that's
me.
all right. I have to put it in there, or it's gone out of here. Um, Now, you said that the ship was so wonderful, but the food was so bad. How that that doesn't seem like it seems like it would either be a total crap show or total wonder.
It kind of blew my mind, Papa Mozo, because we had been on 4 other Royal Caribbean cruises before that, so we knew what to expect from the food, at least, or so we thought.
So you were Royal Caribbean people.
Yeah, oh yeah, royalists as we call them.
Royalists. Okay.
We we had been on Royals cruises before and loved the food. But for whatever reason, aside from the one night where we went to Chef's Table, the food was subpar on every level. Just poorly prepared, poorly presented. Just and you know, I have to say, for those who know me, they know that I'm a complete and total foodie. Some might say a food snob, but when it comes to my food, I'm really particular about it, and I'm not picky. I'll eat the craziest stuff around, but I know if it tastes good or not, and that was not a good experience for me.
That just seemed incongruous that the ship would be so wonderful and the food would be so bad, especially given that you'd had such success.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of anything? Is there any, like the fact that it was an Alaska cruise? Have you ever heard anybody else say, "Oh, our Alaskan cruise was the same way. The food was terrible." Blah blah blah.
No, actually, I haven't. The most of the comments I get are like from the Australian crowd who has sailed on Ovation, because that's where it goes in the off season.
Oh, okay.
And most of the comments I get are like, "Well, we found the food to be fantastic," and you know, it probably is. We probably just had a bad week, maybe. But I can tell you, Griff and Alyssa, who are some of my favorite cruise vloggers. If you don't know, you should check them out. But they were with us on that cruise, and they agreed. But I mean, if we're talking, so that was my favorite ship.
Okay.
But if we're talking favorite all around experience in terms of cruising, I'd have to say the Carnival Horizon was my favorite. The ship was very nice. The food, although Carnival doesn't have the best reputation for food, the food was satisfactory, and the company was amazing. That was a Sharon at Sea travel group cruise that we went on that ship, and the friendships we had that we made, and the fun that we had, and the pure debauchery that went on in only Sharon at Sea style was fantastic.
I did see those. I did see yours, and I mean, it was you. I think it was Nancy Plack,
Yeah,
Sharon and Jamie, and so on and so forth. And wow, what fun to watch!
that was a great time. And you know, it's funny because we did one other cruise. That was October of 2019.
Yeah,
and we did one cruise in February of 2020, and we haven't seen the deck of a ship since.
yeah. I know. I have only cruised twice in my life. Both of them have been on Royal Caribbean. I had never cruised before, so I had no point of reference other than when I was a teenager. There was the Love Boat.
Yes.
That was my
The
reference.
Love Boat.
Right. And so I thought, well, I mean, really, the Majesty of the Seas in 2008 was not a whole lot like the Love Boat at all.
Right.
In
Yeah.
fact, there were more than just that one or two token kids running around. And I told my wife, I'm like, man, there's a bunch of kids on this thing. And she said, oh, no, honey, if you trying to stay away from kids, um, you need to do something different because cruising is not it. And she said, if you think this is bad, you should go on Carnival. And here we're
Right.
getting ready to go on Carnival now, coming up in January, Lord willing.
And
Uh,
that's the Breeze, right?
it's called the Magic.
Okay, the Carnival. So I'm pretty sure there's an area that's kids free on the ship. So I mean, at least you have that when it comes to like, your pool time and stuff. So
Well, I'm expecting it at this point. I didn't know what to expect before. Then the second one I went on was in 2014, excuse me, with my sister, rest in peace. And it was the last trip she ever took. And it was actually a wonderful time. She took me on this cruise, went down went down all the way to Barbados and back up, out of San Juan, and had a great time on the Jewel of, I always want to say the Jewel of the Nile, Jewel of the Seas, and had a wonderful time. And I liked it better. It was a little bit bigger than the Majesty of the Seas. Somebody told me that both of those are getting made over now. And
yeah.
somebody told me that both of those combined don't weigh near what that big Caribbean weighs. I'm not sure what to expect on food and entertainment. I'm glad I ran across some people that are food snobs because if I'm paying good money for it, I want a good product. But
Yeah.
if I go to McDonald's, I don't expect a T-bone,
Exactly. I
Uh,
get a lot of flack because, on one hand, I'm at home eating canned tamales, right? But then on the other hand, you find myself and the Francisconis at some high-end restaurant in Las Vegas, like living it up, right? It's like you said, if you're paying for the experience, you expect the experience. If you're going to the dollar store to get some tamales to fill a void, that's another story.
well, there are plenty of places here in this area where you can spend a couple $100 for a single plate, and it's well worth it.
Yeah.
But if you spend that kind of money and um, you leave disappointed, it's not just disappointing, it's aggravating, and it's annoying to the point of anger. Like, why did I spend $500 for dinner for us? You know,
Right.
this doesn't make any sense. Questions in the chat. If any of you have questions, I see that Najuma is here. I already said that. Sorry about that.
Hello, Najuma Brown.
Life is good today. That's Ronnie. Woo,
Life
Ronnie.
is good today. Ronnie Stokes is in the house. How you doing? How you doing?
Ronnie is a good fellow. He's becoming a well-educated man. I used to be a dean of students at a college, and I hope that I've got him talked into going back and finishing his doctorate. He could do it. If I can get education, God knows they'll let anybody in. Jonathan saying hi to Ronnie. They don't live that far apart. That's where I met the Shorts. They came up to Ronnie and Alma's that night. Entertainment. Are you, although I don't know that you strike me as the entertainment type, are you? Or
Absolutely.
what's your shtick with that?
Absolutely. That is part of the reason why we were such royalists in the first place. I mean, obviously the food and the overall experience, but on the Royal Caribbean ships, most normally you will have a Broadway style production on board, right? And that's my jam, right? We saw Mamma Mia on board Freedom of the Seas, and I forget what we saw on Allure, but there's usually other shows that our family is very big into Cirque du Soleil, if you're familiar with that troupe.
I am.
And we've seen every one there is to see in Vegas, and we see them when they come to Chicago. whatever show comes. It's a big part of our lives. The kids love it. So yeah, definitely into the entertainment. Some cruise lines are better at it than others, but I found Royal Caribbean in terms of overall shows is the best. However, our cruise that was supposed to happen last month got canceled on the MSC Meraviglia, and that ship actually has Cirque du Soleil shows on it. And unfortunately, we missed out on that one, but definitely into the entertainment.
We were supposed to go at the end of February on my birthday cruise, the Panorama out of Long Beach, and we were looking forward to it. It was going to be a Sharon at Sea type of thing. I was going to get to meet a lot of the West Coast people. Leanne Francisconi is here. Welcome, Leanne Francisconi. And this lady,
Francisconi.
There you go.
What's up, girl?
This lady here is my neighbor. She's in Kenosha, right over the border. She is in Kenosha, Wisconsin, and I am in Lake County, Illinois, right by Six Flags in Gurnee. This is Sarah. We all know Sarah, the Q's Cruisers. My Qzies are here.
What's up, Qzies?
We love the Qzies.
And I saw Miss Ruczynski is here.
Yeah, that's Cheryl Rosinski. And Cheryl, I just had an awesome Polish. I'm a Polish hot dog. That is not a person. Leanne Francisconi. I think they're from Jersey, right? Are they from Jersey or?
Nope. They are from the East Coast, like on the water. They're living it up over there. I'll bet they're still buried in snow in New Hampshire.
Oh, okay. They're in New Hampshire. Okay, that's John and Nancy territory. J&N Travel. California Cruiser, we are welcoming you. Very glad to have you. You all should know our guest unless you've been under a very heavy rock for a very long time. This is John, the Rooster Klaykowski. He is flying solo tonight because the York bird lost his wings and landed somewhere in Florida for a week or so. So we do send the shout out to York and his family. Hope you have a wonderful family vacation. We're all about family here. We're only going to have a few more minutes with our friend John. I'm happy to report that he and his lovely wife, the Lady Kelly, are celebrating their 11th anniversary today. Now, is that the 11th? I'm assuming that's with each other, right?
That's correct. And it's actually tomorrow, but we're doing our anniversary dinner this evening.
Absolutely.
But yes.
Absolutely. You can't have anniversary dinner on Saturday at lunch.
Yeah. So we've been together 16 years, and this will be our 11th anniversary.
Official. I know. Mommy and I have been together 37, I think, and we're going on 34, 35. Lost track.
Wowzers.
I don't know.
Wowzers.
She's put up with me through thick and thin. So I don't know. It's I think I married up. Happy anniversary.
Haven't we all? I've looked around the cruise community. I feel like most of us have married up.
I look at some of us, I'm like, man, talk about a ship show. Man. Happy anniversary. Now, you are, for those that don't know, you are in the westernmost portion of Michigan, the very pretty part of Michigan, excuse me. That is the Battle Creek, Grand, well, come on now. Let me get this right.
You got this.
Grand Rapids is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And you're just a little south of there.
We're actually due west of Grand Rapids in Grand Haven, Spring Lake area.
Grand Haven. That's what I was thinking. Grand Haven.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I couldn't get it. My stroke-filled mind. You have direct access, or even a little bit indirect, whatever, to Lake Michigan. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. People say, oh, it's cold. It's cold. Yeah, it might be cold, but it's beautiful. And I happen to find it very invigorating.
Yes.
I was watching you out last summer. I think no, it was York with the new boat, wasn't it? But you all were out on it.
Yep.
That's where you were calling, and there was Stella. Stella is yours, right?
Yep. That's correct.
And then Bailey, is that his, right?
Yep. That's correct.
Stella and Bailey. Okay, now you have an older daughter too, yeah?
Yep. Caitlin.
Okay, Caitlin. That's the one with the boy in the pajamas that matched, right?
That's correct. The boyfriend, Garrett.
Okay, tell us now so we don't hold it against him just in case. Is he still in the picture or no?
Very much so. As a matter of fact, they are leaving for Florida themselves in the morning to go to Daytona Beach for a week.
Hmm.
So
Let me put that in the COVID computer. Okay, there we go. There we go. Not a problem.
yep, they're he's still in the picture. He's a charming cat. You know, the jury's always still out when you're a dad.
I know,
But
right?
he so far is saying and doing all the right things, and I can say that there's been some who've shown up at the door that I've been like, "What the heck are you doing, girl?" And he's not one of them. So, you know, I can say that she picked a good one this time. So
I feel like it says something about a young lad who's willing to dress up in ridiculous Christmas pajamas and go to those lengths. I mean, he could have just, said, no, that's okay. That's okay.
well, that's true. You're right. But in all fairness, that was the first time he'd met us, so I feel like he was willing to do. I bet I could have got him to dress up like a chicken, and he would have done it. He was trying to make an impression, so he did it.
So fashion be damned, right?
That's right.
We're going in the red and green
That's right.
with the feet in them. That's great. That's great. Let's see what we got here. Jonathan, Cheryl, Najuma. Aaron Smith is here. Welcome, Aaron. Very good to have you. Been eating but still watching. I find it's best when viewing the ship show to be eating myself, Aaron. I don't have any problem keeping up, and I try to imagine myself enjoying canned Franco American, or I don't even think it says Franco American anymore, but used to it said Franco American on a can of SpaghettiOs and meatballs. They are a delicacy in
You got
Indiana.
that right.
I'm from Indiana originally, and the Midwest loves that type of thing. It's authentic Italian pasta, or as my dad always said it, Italian.
Yes. And I take it your dad came from Italy. That's what I always say to anybody who says Italian. I'm like, oh, is that different than Italian? Does it come from Italy?
I was waiting for him to say Irish because he says he's Irish. And he always says that about our name, except our name. My granddad was adopted. That's not our
that's
real
funny.
name.
That's so funny.
I'm like, Dad, you're aware that our grandpa's from the northern coast of Africa, right?
That's hilarious.
No, he's not. I'm like, well, yeah, actually was, but that's all right. I don't know. We are. Have you ever sailed on the Magic, John? Are you familiar?
No, I haven't, but York has. As a matter of fact, that was his first Carnival cruise. I'm pretty sure him and Lisa did it 2 years ago, and they loved it. Anyone I've heard talk about the Magic has loved it.
Okay, I have been watching videos, ship tours. They kind of vary from year to year because they'll have an upgrade one year.
Yeah.
The other time it'll go back to the old decor and whatnot. But I'm about to get the general idea of the layout of the ship. I've got to try to figure out. They don't have handicap accessible on this one, and I don't have to have it. I can walk, but I can't walk far. And there's hardly any place on a cruise ship that doesn't qualify as far for me. I mean,
Yeah.
Let's just say, what's Leanne saying here?
She said Meg dressed up like a chicken for me. I remember that. I remember that.
When was that, John?
When we did the Bugoctober videos,
Oh,
we did it. You did one. Remember, you did one. The Francisconis did one as well, and yep, she was dressed up like a chicken.
hi, John. How are you, buddy? John is probably at work this time of evening. Very good to have you, John. John, you know this, John. He is with the Ship Show, of course. Hello, Ronnie. That's Aaron saying hi to everybody. Aaron is in the Nashville, the Central Tennessee area. Very good to have you, Aaron, as always. We appreciate your being here. You honor us. You honor us with your presence. Very glad to have you. I am just not used to seeing so many Italians in my stream, and it's a wonderful thing. Buonasera, amici. Let's see. Okay. Questions? Any questions for our host, our guest? Because there's about 2 to 3 minutes, and he needs to run because he is celebrating with his bride. He's celebrating 11 official years, but he's celebrating actually 16 years together. She has put up with him this entire time. I say we take up a love offering, send it off. Everybody give $100. Let's put it together in a money order. Send it off to her. Let her buy some canned tamales and rub them all over. Oh no.
There we go.
Oh,
I knew you'd go there sooner or later. I was just waiting.
that's perfect. I was waiting on the moment. That's great. No, we're so thrilled to have you. Any questions for John? If not, I'm going to let him go because he needs to do what's really important, and that is to go out and have a beautiful, beautiful.
That's what I need to go out and do.
That's what you need to go do. Somebody called from the church one time, and then I said, he said, "Are you one another minister in the church?" And he said, "Are you going out with us for lunch?" And I said, "Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know what you were going to do. I thought you were going to do." And I named his wife. He's like, "Well, yeah, I would like to do her for lunch." Like, no, that's not what I meant to say. Well, we have been so thankful to have you. You, of course, you've been very kind to me. You and York have been very kind to me. I've been here a year, and I never dreamed a year ago that I would meet so many people in so many different areas. One of the reasons I wanted you to come on was not only because of the cruise community, because the cruise community, by and large, they know you in York. But there are a lot of people on my channel. We got a whole lot of Asian people. We got a whole lot of European people. We got a whole lot of travel community people, travel and Disney people that may or may not make the typical circle of our cruise gang that Rita Loca and Ship Show and Sharon at Sea, that the three big ones may not make. So I wanted to try to show as many channels as I could to as many people as I could. I am thinking about, I'll float this to you and see what you think. Merchandise. Papa Mozo may be doing merchandise. I've had a bunch of people coming at me. You really need
It's a no-brainer. I mean, who wouldn't want a Papa Nose? Hashtag Papa Nose shirt. I mean, I feel like that's a slam dunk right there.
Okay. All right. Well, that's
or even a mask, a Papa Nose mask.
Well, I typically don't use those unless
Let's not stop there. What about a Papa Nose Speedo right across the backside?
Oh, don't think that hadn't crossed my mind.
I mean, that's you're printing money at this point.
I mean, yeah, but you know what? It's the only people that feel ugly in a Speedo, the only people that are self-conscious are the ones that feel ugly. I don't feel ugly, so I'm never going to feel self-conscious. what about all these people that got rocking bodies that need to be wearing Speedos, that should be, but don't? Am I
Well,
am I the
that's
spokesperson for the fat guy?
no. What you are is unapologetically uh, proud to be you, and that is a trait that I think a lot more people should have.
I
And
do too. I do
it's
too.
it's a tough hurdle to get past. I know. If I was in a Speedo, I would probably be a little bit, it would depend on the temperature, right?
You'd
If
be
it was
hiding.
cold out,
You'd be
I'd be a
hiding
little bit
behind
concerned.
me.
Yeah, yeah. Or if I'm in the pool, okay, that's fine. But
Oh, yeah.
once I'm walking around, but I admire your like I said, unapologetic take on the whole thing, because if you can't be you, then who are you? So,
Do you have any background that you want to confess in singing?
well,
If
I
you don't
was,
want, if you don't want
I
to talk about it, I understand. I know you got to go, but somebody's talking about your entertainment. His entertainment, he can really belt it when he sings. Yes, Aaron, I used to teach voice. I've taught voice for 30 years, and I definitely know what singing is and what it takes, and the whole schmear I've known ever since I've heard John the first time. I knew he had somewhere in his background, he had some singing in him beyond
yeah.
just singing in church. You want to talk about that, or do you want to go eat
Well,
dinner?
no, I'll talk about it. It started in church, in the choir, and as I got older, I somehow, through a crazy chain of events that would take too long to tell here, I ended up in a band, and then another band, and then another band, and yeah, I ended up in a group that put out a couple albums, and it's been a while since I've been in a band, but I still sing. So
Okay. I didn't know if you wanted to talk about it. I knew there was music. I figured you were in a band at some point because most people that have or are not afraid to let their voice go a little bit, most of them have a degree of comfort, behind a mic. So
yeah.
I've always enjoyed your voice myself. Um,
Well, thank you, sir. And we've seen, York and I have talked about some of the videos we've seen of you singing in church, and
oh,
I've got to say,
that's been
very
10 years
impressive
ago.
stuff.
That was
It's
10 years
still,
ago, and that was a kid in church that did that. I didn't even know it was on YouTube. I didn't even know what YouTube was when he did that.
oh, that's funny. Well,
And
I have to say it that you sound fantastic.
what's this say? Slipping Digits #1 fan. Okay, says that's coming from the head of your fan club, Blaine Rayleigh.
That's right. That's right.
We
I
also
actually,
Luby's
I
Fat
used to
Bike.
have, listen to this. I got something for you real quick.
Okay,
Go.
put it on. Put it on.
I can play you just a small snippet, just for posterity's sake. This is the Slippin' Digits. A few moments of mediocrity.
We can meet a night out on the town, but I'm sick of all the fellas out trying to cock block. You never stop, so they feeling like it's a waste of time. But you
get the idea. The old Digits coming at you live and direct on the Mozo Show.
I love that every time I hear it, because you got a nice end. You got a nice high end of that voice that doesn't just go flying off. It caps on the end where it's supposed to, and not everybody can do that.
Well, I appreciate that.
Some people go up high and then they fall into like string confetti, and it's like, whoa, keep it, But we got to get together sometime. I got to come over there. I really want to get with you and come over, because it's only going to have effect. You wouldn't think anything of it, but York would. Some weekend when Lisa is going to be out of town, and I need to come over there, and when he hits the garage door opener, I want to be sitting on a lawn chair with sunglasses and some iced tea in one of my Speedos inside his garage.
That would be fantastic.
Let him try to figure out who it is.
Oh my gosh. Listen, that would be solid gold. I can't wait to set up all my cameras and get that on film.
I have to go by a
Well,
different name.
I will tell you this. We have plans in the works this coming August, I think, where we're going to do kind of a Midwest meetup collaboration with Nautical Nurse Nancy and possibly Adventures Ahead. We gotta reach out to them and make sure that they're on board, or if they want to be on board, where we'll have a meetup somewhere in this area for, you know, the Michigan people and all the others. And
Sure.
I'm sure we could make that happen if that goes down during that time, because that
Where is Adventures Ahead?
they're I want to say Kalamazoo. Yeah, they're Kalamazoo area.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, you know, we're like, what, 3 hours from Kalamazoo. We can drive that. My health has been remarkably better.
You're looking good too.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm in my modeling physique. I mean, so, you know, there is that.
I'm telling you, you're looking sharp. The beard, York has been admiring your beard for weeks now.
You know, it's just about time to let it go because it's March 1st. And I typically let it go when the kids have spring break, but my girls are 22 now. So,
when you do decide to shave it, make sure you film that. This is something that we want to see.
I could possibly use it to make some type of toupee out of. Huh?
Even better. All you need is like an old pantyhose, right? Go to the store, get yourself a can of Gorilla Glue, right? Spray it on the pantyhose, and then sprinkle the hairs onto the pantyhose, and there you go.
The Gorilla Glue. That's you had me at Gorilla Glue.
Yeah. Well, I had to put that in there. I could have thought of something else, but the Gorilla Glue just seems so fitting in the present time.
Absolutely. That conjures up 26 different jokes in my head right now, but I will leave them all alone because you need to go with your wife. I hope you will all join me in bidding our friend a very happy anniversary. For those of you just coming in, our guest is leaving to go have dinner with his wife. It's their 11th official wedding anniversary. They've been together 16 years. This is John the Rooster Klaykowski. Thank you, John, and have a great anniversary dinner.
And thank you for having me. And I just want to say your way of telling stories on your daily videos and your inspirational talks have always been something I admire. How someone can tell you where they're from, and you can somehow, you've been there, you know something about it, and you know a place to go. It's always fascinated me. I just want to say also, you came into the community like a whirlwind, like it was boom, all of a sudden here's Mozo, right? And I just wanted to congratulate you on getting your channel going and growing. So good on you. But thanks again for having me. It's been fun. And to all the people in the chat,
thank you and God bless.
All right, man. Now let's see. I've never done this StreamYard before. How the heck do I get out of here?
Find some kind of an X.
Yeah. All right. I'm just going to do this. We'll see you guys later.
Okay. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that. That of course, was John Klaykowski, Rooster, as it were, of the Ship Show. How many of you, I'm trying to look through all these names. I think most of you watch the Ship Show. Is one of my moderators here? Ronnie, can you put your, I think Ronnie is here. I want to make sure the link goes up for your channel, Ronnie, if you're having your show in a few minutes. I'm a few minutes early, and I knew I would be because John had told me that it was his anniversary dinner. And I'm not about to make a man pick between my show and an anniversary. The anniversary always wins, of course. But thank you all for joining me. I'm so grateful. I am so thankful for your participation. Thank you for making our. I think Blaine has put into the chat up there a couple minutes is the ship show link. Thank you, Blaine. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Been watching while eating, said Luby's Fat Life. Okay, thank you, Luby. Very good. Is John an entertainer guy? He's definitely an entertainer. He has a background in singing. I knew that a long time ago. I knew that. Life is good today. Ronnie, can you put your link in, buddy? I want to have the link in for Ship Show. My friend and neighbor, probably closest to me, is this guy, and that is Kevin Brubaker. Kevin, welcome, my friend. Hi there, Papa, from the Dells. From the Dells? What are you taking every weekend up there? We got to talk, buddy. I'm glad on you, though. I'm glad you and your family are up there having a good time. What do we have here, Blaine? Who is... Okay, here is Life is Good Today. Wait, let me get it. There is Life is Good Today not application. I'm sorry. Life is Good Today link is what I'm trying to say. Friday Night Live. Okay, go to the Ship Show. Then Life is Good Today. Friday Night Live. Not sure which one this is. Cruise World saying, woo! We love our Ronnie and Alma. And Blaine saying, hey. LOL, the wife and daughter have been up once a month. Oh, wow. For those of you who don't know, Kevin and Brubaker and I live about 10 miles apart. We share part of Lake County. Friday Night Live is Ronnie's show soon. Oh, okay. You know what? Sorry, Blaine. Blaine, you know I can't hardly remember what room I'm in. Wasn't that enjoyable? That was so enjoyable, wasn't it? John, he is always such a funny guy. I did not say hi. Please forgive me, Larry Thomas. I did not say hi to you, and I want to. So glad we caught the show. First time here, Papa Mozo. Larry, you are always welcome here. We're honored to have you. I hope you'll forgive me for not recognizing you during the show. I like the Kelsey Grammer look. I get that a lot. I've gotten that in public, Dwayne. Excuse me, Blaine. Oh my God, I'm losing it. And when my beard is off and I have sunglasses on, I've gotten back years ago, especially when that movie came out, As Good as It Gets. I got Jack Nicholson at a couple different restaurants in Chicago. I never thought Jack Nicholson or Kelsey Grammer, but a lot of people say that the way I talk, and some of that has to do with my alter ego, as it were. I don't know. I didn't try that, but it just happened. Luby, very good to see you folks in here tonight. Aaron, always good to see my friend Aaron Smith. I'm going back up the chat here to see if I missed anybody. I feel bad that I missed Larry Thomas. If any of you know Larry Thomas, tell him I feel like a real rump for missing him. I'm so sorry. Cheryl, good to see you, honey. Cheryl, we've got some nice weather coming up, you know? Some really nice weather. I was riding. Have a great time. Great interview. Great interview. Thank you. Thank you, Kenneth. Very good to have you here, sir. Always glad to have you. Night is Ronnie's show. Love you all. I have to go chase the baby around the pool. Yeah. Oh, Kevin, we used to do them 3 at a time. And man, talk about trying to keep up. We finally got them, those little things they sit in that they can't get out of when they sink down. Their heads are always above water, no matter what. But wow, it was challenging at first. I'm going to shut that light off. Oh, you guys are really, really a blessing to me. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. I'm going to head on over to Ronnie's Life is Good Today. God bless. Bye-bye.